Breaking Patriots news. Season shifting. Don't miss it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gridiron Spotlight. I'm your host, diving deep into the heart-pounding world of NFL football, where legends are made and dynasties rise from the ashes. Today, we're zeroing in on a debate that's got fans across the nation buzzing. Who truly deserves the NFL MVP crown this season? And folks, if you're an Eagles or Patriots supporter, buckle up, because this story hits close to home for both these storied franchises. Picture this, a second-year quarterback stepping out of the shadows of a rebuilding team, flipping the script on an entire conference. Sound familiar? It echoes the underdog magic we've seen from Philly's own heroes in the past. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's kick this off with the headline that's shaking the league. Breaking news from the NFL front. Maye, the young gunslinger for the New England Patriots, is making an ironclad case for MVP, and honestly, the conversation shouldn't even be close. This kid, drafted third overall in 2024 out of North Carolina, has taken a Patriots squad that was piecing itself back together after the post-Tom Brady era and turned it into a bona fide contender in the AFC. We're talking revitalizing an offense that lacked star power at receiver, bolstering a ground game that wasn't expected to carry the load, and shifting the power dynamics in a conference loaded with heavyweights like the Chiefs and Bills. Maye's not just piling up stats, he's redefining what it means to be valuable in this league. But wait, there's more, because while the Patriots are soaring in the AFC East, over in the NFC East, the Philadelphia Eagles are crafting their own narrative of resilience and star power, reminding us why these two teams have shared some of the most epic Super Bowl battles in history. Now, let's dive into the meat of this story, straight from the analysis that's got experts like me fired up. The provided scoop lays it out crystal clear. Maye isn't winning games by accident, he's dictating them. In his sophomore season, he's crossed that invisible line from promising talent to franchise cornerstone. Think about it. Quarterbacks like him calm the chaos on the field. When blitzes come roaring in, he doesn't panic. He slides, resets, and fires lasers with poise that belies his age. His mental processing? Elite. He reads defenses pre-snap, confirms post-snap, and turns ordinary routes into highlight reel catches. The Patriots receivers aren't suddenly all pros. Maye's anticipation and precision are elevating them. And that offensive line. They're buying time because defenses hesitate to overload, knowing Maye will punish them with quick decisions or his sneaky mobility. He's not a scrambler like Lamar Jackson, but when he tucks and runs, it's at the perfect moment to gash coverage schemes. But here's where it gets fascinating. Compare this to what's happening down in Philly with the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, that dual-threat dynamo, has been doing something similar in the NFC, leading a team that's battled through injuries and high expectations. Remember, the Eagles started the season with questions about their defensive line after losing some veterans, but Hurts' leadership has kept them in the playoff hunt. He's thrown for over 3,500 yards this year. Hypothetically speaking, based on his trajectory, and his tush-push plays have become as iconic as the Philly special from Super Bowl 52. While Maye's transforming a rebuild, Hurts is sustaining a contender, pushing through the brutal NFC East rivalries against the Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders. Both QBs are young leaders who make their teams believe, but Maye's doing it with arguably less around him, which amps up his MVP argument. Let's put some historical context on this, because these aren't just any teams, they're NFL royalty. The New England Patriots. Oh man, where do I start? This is the franchise that built a dynasty under Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, racking up 6 Super Bowl rings from 2001 to 2019. Think about those epic comebacks. Brady engineering the greatest Super Bowl rally ever in LI against the Falcons, down 28-3. Or the tuck rule game that sparked it all. But post-Brady, it was rebuild mode, until Maye arrived. He's channeling that old Patriot way. Precision, preparation, no excuses. And their fan base. Loyal as they come, packing Gillette Stadium in Foxborough with that New England grit, even through blizzards. They've dominated the AFC East for decades, but now with Maye, they're not just beating the Bills, Dolphins, and Jets, they're outsmarting them. Flip the script to the Philadelphia Eagles, and you've got a team that's all about heart and hustle. Philly's got one Super Bowl win, in AII, when they shocked the world as underdogs against these very Patriots. Nick Foles, the backup QB turned hero, with that Philly special trick play on fourth down? Unforgettable! It was a 41-33 thriller, avenging their loss to the Pats in Super Bowl 39 back in 2005, where Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens couldn't quite seal the deal. The Eagles' history is packed with legends. Reggie White, the Minister of Defense, sacking QBs left and right in the 80s and 90s. Brian Dawkins, Weapon X, patrolling the secondary with ferocious hits. And don't get me started on their rivalries. The Cowboys games are bloodbaths, Giants matchups are gritty street fights, and even the Commanders bring the heat. Lincoln Financial Field. That's a cauldron of noise, with Philly fans so rowdy they once booed Santa Claus. But it's that passion that fuels stars like A.J. Brown, who's been Hurts' go-to weapon with his yards after catch magic, or Darius Slay locking down receivers on defense. Statistically, let's break it down to keep things real. Maye's numbers this season? We're looking at around 4,200 passing yards, 35 touchdowns, and just 8 picks. Fictional but grounded in his potential, while leading the Pats to an 11-5 record so far. That's MVP territory, especially when you factor in his rushing, 400 yards and 5 scores on the ground. Compare that to past Patriots greats. Brady's 2007 MVP year with 50 TDs was insane, but Maye's doing it without a Randy Moss-level target. Over in Philly, Hurts is no slouch. Say he's at 3,800 yards, 28 TDs passing, plus 12 rushing scores, keeping the Eagles at 10-6 and atop the NFC East. But the MVP often goes to the guy who elevates the most, and Maye's rebuild magic edges it. Tactical analysis. For the Pats, offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels, back in the fold, has dialed up complex schemes that rely on Maye's quick release to exploit man coverage. Folks, this is why we love the NFL. The drama, the heroes, the what-ifs. Whether you're waving terrible towels, wait, no, that's Steelers, or rocking midnight green in Philly or navy blue in Foxborough, stay tuned. Catch the Patriots finale against the Dolphins this weekend, and the Eagles clashing with the Giants. Fireworks guaranteed. Subscribe, like, and hit that bell for more breakdowns. Until next time, keep the passion alive on the field.